Hello everybody, it is Yami Fujita, and once again we are back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. I have, some candy in my mouth right now, like I have a mint in my mouth right now. You can already kind of see behind this pause screen, this system screen, we left off at a pretty crazy spot yesterday. You can kind of see the words too. Somehow, we go to sleep with a fever. Somebody manages to break into my room and take the knife that I had hidden in a drawer, and attempt to kill me with it, and fail. And then we see Kyoko standing over us, and then I wake up. We come into the gym, and Monokuma's been broken apart and left on the floor. And I didn't even know Monokuma was a robot. It's kind of crazy to say, seeing as though he has the red eye. The way he's designed, it definitely makes sense. But this was definitely a shock. So I guess our next mystery is finding out, or I should say our next investigation is finding out who on earth did this to Monokuma. And how did they get this to happen? Spread out in front of them were the remains of Monokuma. I need to try to read better.
何してるの？見ての通りだべ。分解して中の仕組みを確かめてんだ。
And that makes a lot more sense. They're not trying to put him back together, they're taking him apart.
分解？でもそれってモノクマだよね。
There's no way this is actually him. With everything that's happened in this game, there's no way anybody was able to sneak attack him. Relax, there's no danger. You say that, but what is this? What are you guys doing? Sorry, again, there's a mint in my mouth. Seriously, what are you thinking? And how can you say tearing apart something like that isn't dangerous?
Mama.
Well, I guess I'll handle this. I'll explain what's going on, Makoto. Because that's how much I like you. Byakuya found this little fella laying around. Then we tore it apart. That doesn't explain anything.
Nanda.
Just before we went to bed last night, I came to the gym to try to talk to Monokuma. I wanted to see if he had any new information about Kyoko's disappearance. And I found him here. Just like normal. However, when I found him, he was no more than a regular toy. He didn't react. He didn't say a word. You're saying he wasn't moving at all? I waited there until nighttime officially began, but still Monokuma laid there motionless. I gathered everyone up as quickly as possible so they could take a look. Even then, he still didn't make a move. So I immediately initiated the disassembly process. It was Master's stroke of genius. A chance to find out what made Monokuma tick. One thing we discovered is that he's quite a sophisticated machine. It's leagues beyond any normal remote control toy. Who has enough free time to invest in something like that anyway? But besides that, what I'm wondering is, why did he stop moving all of a sudden? I thought maybe he'd malfunctioned, but we didn't find any cause, as we were taking him apart. So if he didn't break down, then maybe something happened to his puppeteer, the mastermind. Something unexpected. I can't imagine any other possibility. Something unexpected? They were probably so scared of Master they ran away in terror. Or maybe they got sick or something. But Monokuma made his announcement this morning, right? Who was that if not the mastermind? Oh, I'm sure that's a recording. Yeah, it's obviously a recording. It's set to a timer and plays as necessary. Okay, can I get some water? That's true. He says the exact same thing every day, right? Yeah, it's the exact same thing word for word every time. Day and night. It's like for some reason whenever I'm talking, especially after I just had that mint, it's like my teeth feel uncomfortable. Like I try to drink some water and like make sure everything is still, you know, hydrated, it's not dry or anything. Hey guys, I don't think now's a good time for light conversation. I just found something. What is it? I mean, that very clearly looks like a bomb. It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. Bomb? That's super bad. We need to get rid of it. Roger that. It appears the bomb has a motion sensor. Any sudden movements is sure to go off. How has it not gone off yet? Motion sensor? For serious? I'm starting to get all shaky. Hey, get it together. You're a man, aren't you? I'm fine. I'm totally fine. You're so not fine. You're all Oh, I probably should have mentioned. The motion sensor's off right now. Jeez, don't scare me like that. God, you're like the world's most spineless worm of the century. Hey, come on, this century's just getting started. Don't call the race already. Whatever, just hurry up and put the bomb down. Hanging onto it's not gonna do anyone any good. No, yeah, good call. Alright, it's down. Everything's all good. Hito put the bomb down, but that wasn't my main concern at that point. My eyes were glued to Monokuma's remains. He just stopped moving all of a sudden. Was it really because something had happened to the mastermind that they weren't expecting? But what could that have been? When I thought about it, I couldn't help but think back to the night before. Being attacked by that masked figure. Hey, Makoto? Huh? Don't us? Did you hear the thing we just said? Huh? So that's a no. What are you, some kind of brain-dead farm animal? Sorry. We were saying, since we're done dismantling Monokuma, what should we do now? And we've decided to continue our offensive assault. To try and uncover the mastermind's true identity. We're going to break into the headmaster's room. Really?
当然だ。
Since the mastermind appears to have stopped all activity, now's our chance, wouldn't you agree? But if the mastermind comes back while we're in there,
なんだ
if you're scared, you're welcome to stay here by yourself. Or go live in the chicken coop with all the other chickens. You could be chicken number 6.
不眠ね。
This is a battle, a fight to the death between us and the mastermind. We don't have time to deliberate.
でも
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to have to kill each other or anyone else, but we have a chance now.
おい。
So, what are you gonna do? You gonna run away? Or are you going to fight? You're right. I'll go with you.
決まりだ。
Okay then. We're gonna break into the headmaster's room. Everything comes down to this moment. Anything can happen, so prepare yourselves. I'll follow you anywhere, Master. To all the ends of the earth. This game seriously has me wishing for certain characters to die. It's a horrible thing, but seriously. How are Byakuya and Toko still alive? Sakura, if you can hear me, lend me your strength. You don't need to talk to Sakura right now, you need to talk to God. I can do this. I'm a man. And I can do this. I got the will of the entire universe on my side. We each found determination in our own ways. And when we were ready, we left the gym. And our target was the headmaster's room on the 4th floor of the school. Alright, here we go. It looks like I'm walking there. Alright, Toko's already standing. That's the music hall. By the office, the headmaster's room is straight across. Yep. Naturally, Master's the one to show such bravery. Just make sure you don't get in his way. Maybe you shouldn't get in his way.
よし
Sakura's gonna be watching over us. So we're definitely gonna find something to help us bring this to an end. We finally reached the climax. So, let's hurry up and finish it before the mastermind catches us all.
行くぞ。
This is where we expose every last detail of the mastermind. Is everyone ready? Not everyone. Kyoko's still missing. It's locked, as expected. So what are you gonna do?
なんだ
Isn't it obvious? We're gonna tear this door off its hinges. Wait, but the rules say we've seen that the mastermind isn't watching us. Those don't matter anymore.
けどよ。
But like Makoto said, if the mastermind did show up while we were in there,
つまり
then we'll just have to finish our business before that can happen.
おいおい。
Okay, sure, but
なんだ
we've come this far, we can't back down now. We agreed this is what we have to do. So we have to do it. So beautiful.
やれやれだぜ。
Serious.
なんなの
We don't have any choice. We're desperate.
よし
Let's do it. Let's rip this door down.
実際
Okay, but how are we gonna do that? This thing looks pretty sturdy. Then we'll need something sturdy for our own. What about that one thing? The thing in the tool shed.
おもしかすると
Oh yeah, the pickaxe.
なるほどな。
Interesting. That could very well be exactly what we need. Now then. Toko, what time is it? Well, we left the gym, it was just before 9. So it's probably 9 on the dot now.
決まりだ。
Okay. Go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01. How is he supposed to go up one flight of steps all the way into a garden and then come back down in a minute. That's straight up unreasonable. By myself?
当然だ。
Surely you'd like to have your me time once in a while, right? Well, if it's me and you time, Master, then yeah.
なんだ。
You know how much time it took you to say that? 10 seconds. Take too long and I'll erase your existence from my consciousness. Unacceptable! With that, Toko ran off, loud as a herd of rabid elephants. She will not be back for a while. For serious though, are we just gonna knock this door down? No problem is solved by running away. Find your stones and be a man. And he's right. You can't move forward by always avoiding danger.
先に進むためには危険を避けては通れない。
Those were Kyoko's words. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice.
ね
Am I wrong? Even if it's dangerous, we have to overcome the challenges in front of us. Maybe, but I'm still super stressed. I'm so tense I can hardly talk. I'm all no. I'm totally flapstat. Fapstash? What, fap sauce? I feel like I shouldn't have even said that word. When did see, this is why we shouldn't have left her by herself. Gross, where'd that come from? Wait, Genocide Jill? Where'd you come from?
呼ばれて飛び出てジェノサイ
Hello, it's the wondiferous, murdiferous fiend here to greet you with a razor-sharp smile.
おい。
What about the pickaxe? Where is it? I was supposed to pick an axe? Dang it. You sleeping imbecile, the pickaxe! Sleeping imbecile? Oh, Master, you wound me with your executive level barbs. I said wound, that definitely says wound. Here comes the bloody nose. Seriously though, did you really forget the pickaxe? She doesn't know of the pickaxe. This is not the same person. Omega-3 fatty acids, that's what you need. Great for the old memory factory. But I think we already established that their memory doesn't carry over when they switch.
ありえん。
This is a level of uselessness I find difficult to tolerate. Ah, the light bulb just went on. That's why I went to the garden, right? I was supposed to get the pickaxe. Alright, we've solved one mystery. That means there's just one more mystery left. One more mystery? Yup. Now we just need to figure out the identity of Object X.
あのさ
Now what are you talking about? Did you already forget what we were talking about? You're like missing out on life.
なわけないじゃん
I'm not missing out on life. In fact, I found one in the garden. She found one in the garden? That means there's a dead body in the garden. Or something dead up there. What? What did you find? Corpse.
おいごれ
Did you hear me? I said corpse. A corpse?
うん
That's right. I found a corpse in the garden. You found a corpse in the
な
garden?
んだと。
Well then, before we enter the headmaster's room, it appears we have something else to look into. Hang on.
Oi.
We're going to the garden. Okay. As soon as we entered the garden, I saw it. I didn't want to, but... The same person that we saw sneak into our room, holding our knife, is somehow now dead. I saw someone laying on the ground with a mask covering their face. I'm pretty sure that's probably the same person that knocked us out when we were in that secret room by the boys' bathroom. It would be safe to assume that this is Kyoko's doing, but again, that's what investigations are for. And there was a knife buried in their stomach, up to the hilt. What the? Are they really dead? For sure, but who is it? I was gonna say, that's not the end of the chapter. Okay, just to make things clear. Last night I was attacked by someone wearing a mask. And whoever that was, now they're... I don't know why, but now they're laying dead in front of me. Now I told ya, there's a corpse hanging out here. Are they really dead? Is this really a dead body? We need to begin looking around right away. However, be ever so careful. There's no telling what you might find. I'm sorry. Alright, well, let the investigation begin. Wait, where did Byakuya go? Oh, he's behind him. What's this body doing here? I mean, who is it? Who is this? How did they wind up dead here? We can't move forward until we figure that out. And what's going on? Who is that? Yeah, we gotta figure that out at some point. Just throw it in the lost and found. Even a dead body can find his way home that way. We need to find out who this actually is. But there's no way to tell with the mask covering their face like that. And the white coat they're wearing makes it impossible to tell anything about the body itself. The victim's a total mystery. You could literally just take the mask off. But one thing I do know is that whoever this is, they attacked me last night in my room. But why? How did they wind up dead in here? Their heart isn't beating. They're not breathing. All signs of life have come to a complete stop. Thanks to the knife that's been driven into their stomach, their clothes are stained a bright red. That is not red, that is definitely pink. It appears the bleeding has stopped, but the blood that's there is still wet. Be careful. You don't touch it and get some on you. Sorry, be careful you don't touch it and get some on you. How can you be so calm at a time like this? Who is it? Their face and body are all hidden, so I don't have a clue. I'm pretty sure it's a girl, at least. Huh? And how can you tell? Well, I think I see the outline of her chest, and just the general shape of the body. The more I look, the more I'm sure it's a girl. Really? Then it could be... Okay then, let's just tear the mask clean off. Wait, don't. But by the time he called out, it was already too late. And Toko's hand shot out towards the mask. And in the next instant, there was a blinding light and a deafening roar. What is happening, man? The body blew up. It blew up. I have to keep repeating it. My vision started to darken. I prepared to pass out. But then...
おい
Hurry up, put the fire out! As my consciousness attempted to float away, that voice reached up and pulled me back down to earth. Someone pressed something into my hands. It was a bucket of water. Come on, dump the water on it! Okay. The upper half of the body was on fire. I took aim and tossed the water as hard as I could. Now please don't be a machine. And thankfully that was enough to put out the fire. It died down, leaving behind only the unpleasant smell of burning. I guess that took care of it. But what the hell, man? It exploded?
なんだと
I had a bad feeling about that body. But I never imagined it would explode. And now the body... It's burnt to a crisp. That's beyond well done, man. Don't compare it to a steak. I'll never be able to eat steak again. But now that the body's charred, I really have no idea. How are we gonna find out who it was? Who isn't here right now? Huh?
なんだ
If we consider who's not here, that will quickly narrow down who it must be. And I highly doubt that that's who that is. There's only one person missing. It's Kyoko. Kyoko? Then that dead body is Kyoko? No. No, that can't be right. Calm down, I didn't say it was Kyoko. But I mean, who else? There is one other person. Now, does he also know about the missing student that Kyoko told us about?
つまりだ
The mastermind. The what? The mastermind? Come on, there's no way the mastermind got charbroiled? Get serious. I agree, normally the idea wouldn't be worth considering. But I have reason to believe it may be true. The mastermind being dead would explain that other matter, wouldn't it? Monokuma can hardly move around if its master is dead, right? But that corpse is a girl, right? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, remember what Alter Ego said? That same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in his school right now.
どういうことだべ
He said the mastermind is some middle-aged dude, right? Which the corpse obviously isn't. Then, could that mean the mastermind isn't the headmaster? Is it the teenage girl Kyoko told me about? The ultimate despair?
Huh?
Now, you weren't supposed to mention that. You weren't supposed to mention that. Huh? Mukuro Yukisaba, the 16th student at Hope's Peak.
何
What are you talking about? The other day, Kyoko confided in me. She said there was a 16th student here in the school.
なんだ
I think you better tell us everything you know. Well, all Kyoko told me was,
戦場むくろこの学園に潜む16人目の高校生超高校級の絶望と呼ばれる女子高校生戦場むくろに気をつけて
those words there. It sounded like Kyoko thinks Mikuru Yukisaba is the mastermind. No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind, I'm sure of that. What? I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right.
なるほどな
There's another student here, and it's a female. That would match the body's characteristics. And that phrase, the ultimate despair, it sounds super mastermindy, doesn't it? Okay, so the mastermind is this girl Mukuro, and she's a student here, and she's the ultimate despair? But if she's been hiding here in the school like some teenage Bigfoot, how'd she wind up burnt to a crisp? And none of this makes any sense. To just suddenly show up and then die? I think we better take a closer look at the body. There may be some clues to help us figure out exactly who it is. Hey, wait!
なんだ
What?
ね
Aren't we forgetting something? You know, Toko? Oh yeah, she got totally blown up. Forget about her. I'm sure the explosion vaporized her. Well, you thought wrong. Oh, she survived. Ah, she survived. Like, I'm with you, Baki. I'm not happy either, but seriously. Huh? What just happened? Master?
黙れ
You declared for the whole world to hear that you would never again inhale a single molecule of oxygen. Oh, then I don't mind breathing in the carbon dioxide you exhale. That's enough for me to live. It's just the strangest back and forth I've ever seen. I should take a close look at the body one more time.
あの
Watch
さ
yourself, Makoto. She may be dead, but she's still a girl. Don't worry, I don't plan on touching the body all that much. I'm not Kyoko after all. Hold on, there's something on the ground there. Yeah, like what is this thing? There's something next to the body. It's a key. Is it what Kyoko took from Monokuma?
それは
She said she stole that key. Shaped like Monokuma, probably the only key of its kind on Earth. That's right, the key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that. Then this key is...
なんだ
What is it? Did you find something? Yeah. This was on the ground near the body. I've never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? Kyoko was able to get into the headmaster's room and take a different key out. So that's probably not the key that opens that door. That key probably goes somewhere else. And this might be a key that lets us get into the headmaster's room, or maybe the biology lab that's still locked, something. So even you don't know then? Makoto, I'm going to give you a very important task. Huh?
なるほどな
That key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean
つまり
the bio lab, the data center, the headmaster's room, and the dorm rooms on the second floor. It's in your hands. So I'm your errand boy now. Alright, well here we go then. I gotta go find the bio lab. These turns are so slow. Down here. Alright, we'll start with the bio lab. The bio lab was definitely locked before. Okay, let's give it a shot. When I went to insert the key, I found an garden into the keyhole. The key isn't even close to fitting, which means the key doesn't go to this room. Well then, let's go to a different spot. Where's the data center? The door to the data center was definitely locked before. Okay, let's give it a shot. It fits. Then this is the key to the data center. I managed to unlock the data center. I guess all that running around paid off. I have to go tell everyone else. I immediately headed back to the garden. So you're back. How'd it go? I found out which room the key goes to. It's the data center down on the 4th floor. Then we can get into the data center now.
なるほどな。
Interesting. But why did the now deceased have that key on them? I suppose we'll just have to go to the data center and find out. Yeah, I think you're right. Here we are. Looks like the door is still unlocked. Hey, so when you open that door, there's not gonna be another huge kaboom like before, right? You're asking that question now? Don't worry, we have Makoto. What?
つまりだ。
It's in your hands. Again? It means I trust you. It's an absolute lie. I'm just being used. Alright, let's just go in. I reached out and put my hand on the door. I closed my eyes and tried to clear my mind. With a silent prayer, I slowly opened the door. Oh my gosh, here's that music again. And nothing happened. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. My goodness! In a word, the room was strange. I mean, all the rooms just up till now were strange, but this room had a special kind of strangeness. It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here the fear was lurking beneath the surface. Beneath the surface. The room was filled with that kind of dread. Hey, that's... Hito extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at all those monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. It's every floor. One of these just looks like it's showing exactly what we're standing in. And looking at. Every floor, every single room. Now this is definitely where Monokuma goes to spy on everybody. And each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms, every part of the school was covered. Rec room. This is...
何?
It's the direct feed from every single surveillance camera. And all the cameras in the school feed back into this room. And they're displayed here on these monitors.
そういうことか。
So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us. To watch us? Then this room is
決まりだ。
the Mastermind's private room, without a doubt. The Mastermind's room. I guess that makes sense. So the Mastermind was here. Watching us. Then I think that settles it. Huh? The body in the garden. If they had the key to this room, it can only mean one thing. That was the body of Mukuru Kisaba, and she was the Mastermind. Then the Mastermind is dead? Like, really, really dead? Just something is just telling me not to believe any of that. It all sounds like it makes perfect sense, but something's just telling me to not believe any of that. For serious? It's too bad they had to go and die before Master could kill them herself. The mastermind is dead? Could that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? Because I mean, that body... Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death. So who was it that... who was it that... But if the mastermind really is dead, that means we can finally get out of this hellhole. We gotta hurry up and find the exit, come on! No, we have to check this area thoroughly first. Huh? But what about the exit? If the mastermind truly is dead, we can leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the mastermind set up this life or death game in the first place. And I'm bothered by the fact that the mastermind was obviously murdered. Murdered? So you think so too, huh? Naturally. The state of the corpse makes it plain as day. There's absolutely no doubt. The mastermind was murdered. Why's it gotta be that way? I mean, who could have even done it? That's exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the mastermind. Now do you understand, you useless insect? You're banned from talking to Master ever again! The mastermind's purpose and why they were killed. This room may very well hold the answers to those questions. After all, the mastermind must have spent his who knows how much time here. Okay then. Let us begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the mastermind. Alright, 1 second. Alright, let's look around. A lot of things to look at. There's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs. Nothing like the ancient laptop Alter Ego was installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked. So what, we can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in.
Huh?
What century are you from? The mastermind must have been using these to monitor the network. And Alter Ego. You may well be right about that. But there's no point in thinking about it now. You're right. This door is kinda creepy. It's an elephant in the room. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? Locked, of course. No luck. The door's locked, huh? What if you use the key that opened this room? Let's give it a try just in case. Nope, no good. It won't even fit in this keyhole. Well, don't worry about it, everything's fine. The mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us? Yeah, I guess you're right. I can't stop thinking about that door with Monokuma's picture on it. But worrying about it isn't gonna do me any good. Hina's right. The mastermind's gone, or so we think. So there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. So what are all these machines then? There's a TV in here. There's nothing showing up on this one. Huh? Hey, look. Next to that TV. Isn't that an antenna? It is. It's just like the one my grandma uses. It's totally one of those high-def antennas. I've never seen that before. Wait, so if we hook up that antenna, we could watch TV? Did someone say TV? Well, Saturday morning Hina's here. Are you talking about me? Anyway, if we can watch TV, let's do it. Come on. Ah, you're all starved for info from the outside world, huh? Alright, let me work my magic. And you'll be quantum leaping your way to TV land before you know it. Or quantum leaping. I mean, I get the reference, but what's he talking about? Hang on. So you think you can fix the TV? Just a little longer. What, you really want to watch TV that bad? Another Saturday morning kid here.
何よ。
Hurry up and find something from Master. Oh, I really cannot stand her. Jeez, I can't believe how many monitors there are. My eyes are flickering as fast as they are. I'm reading a lot of these sentences wrong. Why was the mastermind murdered? This is the thing with visual novels. I would prefer if it was just the characters talking. Like more dialogue. Like hopefully the next games there's more talking rather than me reading through all of it, because it does a lot on my voice. To figure that out, we need to find out the identity and purpose of the mastermind. Well, did he figure it out yet? I'm sure I probably can't leave the room yet. There's really a ridiculous number of monitors here. And the mastermind's been using them all to spy on us. As long as I have this, huh? Look at Master go. It's like a feast for the eyes. How much is monthly membership? Oh. What's wrong? Good news for all you Saturday morning kiddies out there. I think I got the TV working. Really? Now all we gotta do is switch it on.
なんだ
Then do it. Freaking idiot mastermind. All you guys need to cut free from your regrets of the outside world. All you guys need to cut free from your regrets of the outside world. And they were sitting here watching TV the whole time. They really thought they could get away with it. It's still watching us. It's just another monitor. Huh? This is... It's the feed coming from the surveillance camera monitoring this room, isn't it? That's weird.
おい
Hey, what are you doing? It's really weird. You're weird! Weird in every way possible, and not just weird, super weird! But this TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how's it showing the camera feed?
それは
Did you try changing the channel? Oh, good idea. Let me give that a try. Hida went through each channel one by one. But on every channel, it was just us. It was a live feed of us standing there in the data center.
どういうことだべ
What the heck? Is it broken or something?
もしかすると
No. There must be some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup. A trick? What kind of trick?
実際
I'm not sure, but... Huh? Yeah, I see, I'm telling you, I knew it. I absolutely knew it. And there is no way that that was the real Monokuma broken apart on the floor. Huh? What? 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 Been away, you freaking bastards! A Monokuma? How? You're supposed to be dead! Me? Dead? Don't be freaking stupid! Hey, you're acting kinda strange. Something seems different. Of course I'm different. Evolution's perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. Not even! It's been like half a day at most! How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. The look in your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see. The moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead all for this moment. Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now. And that's that. Well, it's almost time to cut off your past, so full of hope and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you to all have way more fun in this killing game. You can't be serious. We have to keep going? No, we're supposed to get out of here. Get out of here? Are you still obsessed with getting out of here? How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. This is the amazing digital circus, guys. Like, there is no getting out. And besides, this life isn't all bad, you know? I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are. Are you serious? This place is the worst. It's the worst? Does that mean you're in despair? Phew. I'm pooped from all that laughing. I guess I'll just get to the point now. The point? You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed, that TV is an essential part of your school life here.
何
I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind.
どういうこと
But
だ
I
べ
connected the antenna, so why is it just showing us the surveillance feed? Look how attentive they are. Well then, I'm gonna let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you about it. That TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in on the antenna. But what does that mean? It's displaying the signal, but it's just us standing here. You're so stupid. Don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you. This killing game's being broadcasted live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. What? This killing game is being broadcasted live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. Doesn't matter how many times he says it, I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure if I understand the deeper meaning. Broadcasted live? To the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this? Can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow? The camera feed's being broadcasted? Oh wait, that's impossible! That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system, you know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode. Are you being serious right now? Of course! I heard a kind of creaking, but the sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing in the ocean. My mind had begun to creak and groan. Everything has a meaning, you know. All those hints I gave you. All those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries. Even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience. To show them true despair, like they'd never seen it before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show. The best in despair entertainment. You're lying. If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy.
What?
Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us. But what if they already did? Huh? But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV to try and warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally though, so whatever. But to take control of all communications like that, you'd need an astronomical amount of resources. Yep. So, how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret. There's something you all need to do first, remember? What? Yeah, duh. There's the little business of... the dead body.
死体が発見されました。一定の自由時間の後、学級裁判を開きます。
Huh? A class trial? Do you mean? I'll leave the next Monokuma file right here. Everyone give it all you got, okay? Alright then, things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride. I can't wait. And then he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible. The truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment? And how is he still alive? I thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial?
黙れ。
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial's the class trial. What it means is that at this point, we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. What? What are you talking about? I thought Mukuri Kisaba was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, then that means the mastermind Mukuri Kisaba isn't dead. So naturally that body can't belong to her. So it must be Kyoko. There's no other possibility. Did Kyoko have red nails? And a tattoo on her hand? The body is Kyoko's? There's no way that's true. Kyoko's been murdered? No, it's not possible. Because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. To have it end like this. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
黙れ。
Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself? Anyway, we better begin.
でも
But if we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer...
そうだ。
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no. Huh? But you just said...
黙れ。
I don't have time to explain now. There is a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That is how this game works after all. Well, I better start by checking out the Monokuma file. You better save. And now that I guess we're on box 16, the OST for the next stage of investigating. Yo, we are heading to the 5th class trial soon. If this is actually the second to last one, unless this is the last one for the main story, and there's another one that's like some well, not DLC, but some after story thing. We'll figure that out. I think I did this already. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was, or anything much. The unidentified body, could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened. Or we're all dead, or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden. Monokuma file number 5 has been added to the Truth Handbook. Okay. Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. We'll start with the dead body again. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. And Kyoko does not have this on her hand. There's something weird about this body's fingernails. These are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity. Okay, there's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but... it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. There is no way that's Kyoko. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet from when you threw the fire on it. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. And after the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? Okay, there's a knife laying on the ground. Is this? It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body, from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Yeah, it's the one that you were given, and the one that was taken out of your room. Wait, is this? That's it! It's the knife that person was holding! This is getting really weird. There's just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So, maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. And maybe then if you were the one who stabbed them, how would they make it all the way to the 5th floor? From your dorm. And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko was the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No. No, it can't be. There's no way. These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. I don't know what you mean by wasn't there. The fragments laying around the body, they're all burnt, so I can't really be sure. I saw something a lot like them somewhere else. Well, I can't remember where, so... I remember there was some chickens in the chicken coop. They're still there. I count 4. 4?
Ooh.
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right?
Huh?
What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Huh? Oh. That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared. I was down here just before nighttime last night. There were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hiro and focus on the problem at hand. But why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? panel that controls the sprinklers so they turn on 7:30. Wait, hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinkler should have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place after 7:30. The Monokuma flower, huh? Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Anyway, I don't think it's related to the case. I was gonna say, we can't check in here? Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? No. Should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of that tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Nothing else? There's something carved into the handle of the pickaxe. Crazy diamond. The same thing that was written on the back of Mondo's coat. This pickaxe is connected to Mondo somehow. It's definitely intriguing, but now's not the time to be looking into that. Alright, well then now we'll talk to everybody else. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and? Oh, well I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7, as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym, where everyone else was waiting. And next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? It was 9. It was 9 o'clock. Okay, that's right, it had to have been around 9 o'clock. Ah, now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 AM. Okay, my job's done. It's a pretty small job. So who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked? You know, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. And also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it. Wow, thanks, that was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So thank you too. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What did you want to talk about?
つまり
I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
つまりだ
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
当然だ
Isn't it obvious? The murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hito's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
つまりだ
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hirohina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hito in the garden, we immediately went to the Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
そうだ
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
なんだ
But you never came to the door. So where precisely were you? Knocked the heck out. I'm telling the truth. I was in my room, but I was deep asleep. I had a fever. That's hardly an alibi. I know. So what now? You seem to be at quite a disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's... really bad, isn't it? Byakuya's account has been added, okay. I think I've checked everything I need to check here, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas that I need to check. Specifically that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's... Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. You're gonna sneak into her room? But the key to her room...
決まりだ諦め
It's
ろ
with him. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Hey, Byakuya? If you do come up with an alibi, I'm happy to hear it later, at the class trial. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
なんだ
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
じゃあな
Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. No, but I don't know what that one area is. Where else did we see fragments? No, I don't know where we saw fragments before. Alright, hang on. Okay, I found the correct video at least. Okay. Apparently it's the gym. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, yes, I am in the right spot. Monokuma was laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
だべ
I just found something. Was it? It is. It's what? A bomb. And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden belong to that bomb. But that doesn't look anything like it though. Well, actually no, it kind of does. Okay, I checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. It's a lot of walking. It's a whole lot of walking. You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
行くぞ
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Wait for me! Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. And I just walked down the whole flight of stairs, a bunch of flights of stairs, walked back up, and then walked back down. Well then, here we go. And Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then... it's open. Looks like it. Thanks. I know for a fact that Kyoko is still alive. Like, this is not gonna go well. So this is Kyoko's room. And what's this thing on the table? It's a woodblock decoration.
なんだ
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know, I've never gone to a public bathhouse. Doesn't really surprise me, it's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
ありえるな
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. Those old lockers or something. We'll see. The dojo. Okay. Oops. Nope. Sorry. Here's her bed. Don't see anything interesting here. We're not gonna be able to check her bathroom. Certain articles hanging out to dry. Better not look inside. Alright, well, I don't see anything else. Hey, I think it'd be wise to look around a bit more. I'm not seeing anything else worth looking at. No matter when, no matter where, surveillance cameras are following our every move. It's absolutely everywhere. How many cameras does this place have anyway? Yeah, that's not important. No, I'm not seeing anything else to look at. You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular, I just thought we might find some kind of clue. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko. Boy, you can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? I'm sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know! Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? Well, what? This is them talking.
So,
I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? And Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. But we don't know for a fact that something actually happened to her. Hang on a second. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets? That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? Under her bed sheets? Look at the bed again. But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found another crumpled up piece of paper. Class 78 Student Registry. Mukuro Ikusamba. Mukuro Ikusamba. Where did she must have found this in her search through the headmaster's office that she managed to get into. Like I said, I don't know how she was able to get into all these areas. She claims the lock was broken. Mukuro Ikusaba?
なるほど。
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. That must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. And Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this was what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. I can take this face off now. Name Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex female. The ultimate soldier. That's not the same as the ultimate despair. And although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Okay. The Ultimate Soldier. A mercenary group. And I really am starting to think that more and more that Mukuro Ikusaba, and this is another case of somebody using a fake name. Celeste was using a fake name. Her real name was Yasuhiro. Her last name was Yasuhiro. I forgot what her actual first name was. And Kyoko might be doing the same thing. And Mukuro Ikusaba might be her actual name. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. Yeah, because hang on a second. Okay, no, she's not small. She's 5'6". That's taller than me. No, but her special ability is not listed. Her special ability has never been listed this entire time. That is really making me believe that Mukuro Ikusaba is actually her. Like everybody else, it tells you about them. I keep forgetting how short Makoto is. The ultimate lucky slash, well, parentheses, unlucky question mark student. It's like one's non-fiction and the other's sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. And that's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person. But then,
なるほどな。
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it?
当然だ。
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already... Whoa, I feel like our hero's becoming a bit player. And the bit players are becoming our hero. It's you again? Hmm? Or have you gotten your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh, you found their profile? So what if we did? Don't freak out on me, I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. In any case you're wondering... And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. That's right, Sakura broke the lock on there. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivores, you know.
なんだ。
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well? Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever accidentally told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that. When you all first got together in the main hall way back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. Misunderstanding? Are you saying? That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you. The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16. Then...
戦場ムクロ、この学園に潜む16人目の高校生。超高校級の絶望と呼ばれる女子高校生。戦場ムクロに気をつけて。
Like she's trying to convince us that it's a completely different person. And I want to believe her. Because they're telling us that there's 16 of us total. Yeah, but I just don't know. Kyoko's skill has not been revealed yet. We got to hear Mukuro's skill before hers. The 16th student, Mukuro Kisaba. She's part of the school life. So the one making all the regulations is...
なぜだ。
Why? You say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... Like I told you, This killing game's desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know? Makes sense? Okay then, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kitty Kitty, so I'm gonna share a little secret with you. Seriously? You know how she wears those stupid gloves every day? Day in, day out, all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but... She wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. Like, you cannot be serious, man. This entire time playing this game, I never paid attention to the fact that she was wearing gloves. So, I can't even comment on the hand that we saw on that dead body. No, we don't know what she has on her hands. If she's been wearing gloves the whole time. Yeah, maybe if she did have painted nails and a tattoo on her right hand. No, what? Okay, now that's all you get. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand, the tattoo. No. Monokuma specifically said there were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves. To hide the scars. Which means... those fake nails on the corpse. You thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
なんだ
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
海ね
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here. Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that? But why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro's related to the case?
ありえるな
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro's the killer? Like, we've said headmaster, we said mastermind, we said killer. But we don't know what it is. Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
なんだ
But, based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
決まりだ
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity, exactly. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
つまり
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense than to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible. But if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well, then I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
行くぞ
Well, are you coming? Hurry up and check the locker. That's what we're here for after all. There are wooden lockers here. They used woodblock keys just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key was found in Kyoko's room really does... It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
なるほどな。
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
妙だな。
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found in that locker, right?
そう。
Well, just try it. Okay. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and the locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. It looked like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, there's nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. There's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain?
なるほど。
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow. But how could it possibly be involved? I think that's all the locker room has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
妙だな。
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
なぜだ。
Or perhaps... Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. What next location?
なんだ。
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. But we need to figure out how to open that bio lab. Fenrir, you mean the mercenary group that Mukudo was part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? We're in the school. Where in the school would you go to do research on something? Research? Are you talking about the archive? That's right, the archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
行くぞ。
Alright, that's the library. We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand, and went straight to a shelf in the back. Here we go. He quickly returned with a file in hand.
なるほどな。
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Is that even... It's kind of extreme. Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. Sorry, muted. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
なんだ
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. This girl had it on her hand. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean Mikuro Yusaba's profile? And time's up.
時間はありとあらゆる生物、物質、現象に地味ですが確実な攻撃を浴びせ続けているのです。僕らは少しずつ着実にダメージを負っている。そのことをもっと自覚するべきなのです。というわけで時間ですよ。卓球裁判を始めます。じゃあお前らはいつもの場所にさっさと集合してください。うぷぷ、また後でね。
Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
そうだ
It would seem that way. Let's go. And let's head on back in. Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you? What, are you jealous?
おいおい
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
なんだ
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second? He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. Then 5 minutes became 10.
なぜだ
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
もしかすると
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here or what? Ah, Jesus! Did I scare you?
おい
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh? I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here. Now, can we?
Huh?
What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We're all waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. It's me you're waiting for. I'm here. I'm doing the voice because I already know who it is. I told you she's not dead. There was no way she was dead. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
ね
I'm here. No rules have been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko, you're still alive? No! That's a ghost! Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
なんだ
But it is okay that there's no particular penalty for being late.
そうかしら。
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? And yes, now I can see that she's clearly wearing gloves. Am I wrong? You're so selfish. So spoiled. You're right. There's no penalty officially. But I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts up to the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko, so you really didn't die? Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right. Now we gotta deal with a ghost. I told you, stop talking.
行くぞ
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me! Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
でも
I'll be happy when this trial's all over. One after another, after everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. And we will do that in the next stream of this game. It looks like the time has come for the 5th class trial. Let me just look it up again. I gotta stop trying to spoil it for myself, but... Okay, and this is the second to last class trial for sure. So, we got the rest of this chapter to figure out, and then there's one chapter left, guys. We are almost done with this game. I'm almost finished. It hasn't been too long. I started this game in September. And it's January. This game will definitely be done this month, but I will obviously be taking a break to let Coco come back and take care of Age of Imprisonment and Super Mario Odyssey before I come back. This game definitely wears on the voice, but today was better. I had my waters and everything, so today was better. But yeah, this game really does wear on the voice doing all that talking. But this has been seriously an amazing game, guys, and I will certainly be looking to play the other ones, no matter how stressful it is. You know, Koga played Persona 5. He should have played Persona 3 all the way through. I shouldn't have been the one to play 3. He will definitely be playing 4. You know, he'll be taking over that franchise, because this franchise is definitely mine. But yes, alright, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys for part 19 of this. It looks like there definitely is going to be around 20 or so parts of this as I thought. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Have a good night, everybody. And by the way, there will not be a stream this Saturday or next Thursday. There will not be a stream this Saturday or next Thursday. Just giving you guys a heads up. Alright, so see you guys later.